Thank you for joining the show tonight. Got Brenda Jarrett here from Last Night Wolfeboro. It's good. It's an exciting exchange today because, one, we have somebody on the show, which is amazing, and two, we are one of my favorite things every year is Last Night, and Last Night is not just fireworks, and we're going to get into that. But I had never even been to anything other than the fireworks till about 2 years ago. And I was able to barely sneak in the door at the top, up the stairs, hear a lot of noise, town hall, up the stairs, get to the doorway, and the room is literally chock full of people for the animal encounter, which was fantastic to see. So let's get right into it, because it's such an amazing night for Wolfeboro. It plays to that small community that we all care about, that I care about, that you obviously care about, and the dedicated people that actually put this thing together. So let's get right into it. I have some questions for you, kind of help people know a little bit more about Last Night and what it really means to Wolfeboro, and with all the excitement that goes on at Last Night, kind of highlight what you guys do and all the people that do it. So tell me a little bit about, like, it's more of just Wolfeboro. It's a whole community, right?
Thanks for having us, Luke. We appreciate the opportunity to be here to talk to you about all of the events that are going on. We've been doing this. This is our 8th year of the Last Night Wolfeboro format, and the whole idea of it is geared to the family and geared to the Wolfeboro area in the Lakes region. At first, we think we were drawing just from Wolfeboro, and then we started doing some surveys, and people are coming in from Alton and Moultonboro and Meredith and Tuftonboro and beyond. And then, because it's a holiday week, people have their visitors in from all over the place. And we have grown year over year as we've continued to develop sponsorships and bring in more and more people. So that's been great. I should certainly give credit, first of all, to Linda Murray, who is our select board chair, and she's also chair of the special events committee of the EDC, which spearheads Last Night Wolfeboro. And because we're in a default budget year, we've really had to round up the sponsors, and thank you. Wolfeboro Dock Company is one of our many, many sponsors, and we have raised every single penny for this from sponsorships. There's no tax dollars at all. And we do have more than a dozen events and activities capitalizing on the most popular events that we've had for the past few years and the most well attended, which Wildlife Encounters is our top audience getter.
I can see why.
Yes, yeah. And it, even though we talk about New Year's Eve as a night, it's really during the day, which is what draws all the families, visitors, guests, etc. And we want to keep it fresh. We're starting out at 10 a.m. this year with the games and activities. We have Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Kingswood Youth Center, and so many other groups, and Parks and Rec is leading the games and activities starting at 10. That runs till 12:30, and we of course have our volunteers as well. And then at 1:30, also at Great Hall, is something new, keeping it fresh. We have Jason Tardy. He's a world-class juggler.
Nice.
Yeah, if I could do that, I would. So he's actually done a show for Parks and Rec, so we brought him in for this event for the first time. So that'll bring folks in at 1:30 at Great Hall. And then also new this year, before those scheduled fireworks over Wolfeboro Bay, weather permitting and while supplies last, we have scheduled Sweetwater Kitchen, owned and operated by Suzanne Trice. She's making up some wonderful s'mores. You'll get to toast your marshmallow with the permit from the fire department down around the Kate Park area, and you can purchase your s'more kit and hot chocolate and other goodies that she'll have. So we thank Suzanne Trice and Sweetwater Kitchen for doing that. So those are our big new things, and we must also praise and thank our sponsors, Hunter's Shop and Save Piscataqua, Landscaping and Tree Service, and Black's Paper Store, our major premier sponsors that help make those fireworks possible.
Absolutely. I mean, and you know, there's more than just you, obviously, and Linda behind all this. So I mean,
it's a tiny committee. We only have Christine Collins, Parks and Rec director, and the programmer for Parks and Rec, Alexi Austin. And then we have Libby Peard, and we have Kate Turner. That's it. So 3 citizens, myself and the two other gals, and then Linda and Parks and Rec, and that's it. Of course, we get support from fire, police, and all of the wonderful businesses in town that have helped sponsor our event. And the list is really long. We're going to be showing you some of the sponsors as well, and they will be on our flyer that you'll see around town, as well as on our Facebook page, which is Last Night Wolfeboro on Facebook. And we update things as things might change, because everything has an asterisk as scheduled and weather permitting and that sort of thing. And I should say that this year, partly because of the default budget and we want to keep spending in line, the fireworks are quite expensive, and we did not schedule a postponement time. So keep your fingers crossed for really good weather at 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve, and the fireworks and Sweetwater Kitchen treats will happen. If there's a problem, we will let folks know as early as possible in the morning on New Year's Eve if we do have to cancel.
Yes, that'll probably go out on the Wolfeboro website. Keep an eye on that.
Website, the Facebook page, we'll make announcements. We'll do the very best that we can to make sure those fireworks can happen.
What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is looking at every single boy and girl, baby, families that are there, and I just love looking at all of them come into these events, because there's something for everyone. We have 2 concerts, Peter Heimlich and the Unusual Suspects, 1 o'clock at the Congregational Church, and then 4 o'clock, the always popular Carolyn Ramsey Band.
Yep, very popular.
And you'll see completely different people coming in. We thank the Wolfeboro Lions for hosting 2 sessions of bingo over at Brewster's Estabrook Hall. And they do that every year, and they supply the prizes and the snacks for purchase, and we're so happy to see that. I go to every single event because I'm the one running around with my camera taking the pictures and then posting everything. So I really get to dip in and dip out of every single event that we have. And last year was, I think, the first time that we did the ice skating at Pop Whalen.
With the new arena that we have.
With the new arena. So we're doing that, and that's free, except if you need to rent skates, we can do that, and they'll have snacks for purchase as well. Parks and Rec is doing that. And the other thing we always ask folks, this is basically free for you, and you, and you, and you. So we put donation jars at most of our events, and we say, please, just pop in $1.
Absolutely.
And that is just a great way to help to support the community. And wherever I can, if I'm at one of the concerts, I'll make an announcement and pass the jar around. And we do collect several $100s in donations from people, and we're very glad for that. Also new this year, I must say, we've gotten the library involved by hosting Just Bob and Marla with their puppet friends.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like age 3 up to about age 12 to enjoy. It's very interactive, and that's about 12:30 at the Bradley Room at the library. So that'll be fun to have the library part of the events.
I think that's what's interesting too, is that when you know, as someone that grew up here, that lived here too, but you know, you hear Last Night, you think fireworks, but there's so many other little things that go into this. Not only go into it, but make it the day that it is.
Yes.
So it's a whole day celebration. And you know, whether we have good weather or bad weather, whether, you know, if the fireworks, you know, God forbid, get canceled, like, there are still things to do all day long with Last Night and the celebration of it.
Yes, and do you know that we spend the better part of a year putting this together?
Oh, it's not surprising.
After we're done, on January 1st, probably in the next month, we will, what we call debrief, look at what went well, what we need to tweak, what we need to change, add, whatever, and then we start planning. We probably have our first planning meeting early in the spring, and then we just roll all year. It's quite the effort. We've had many different volunteers come in and out through the years. I've been with Last Night Wolfeboro since 2017. I first bought our house here in 2016. So it's a process.
And it's people that in this community that, you know, continue to volunteer.
Yes, we
And
can't do it without that. We also have the day of volunteers. We have folks who just come in on the day of that we know, we just kind of reel them in,
Yep.
and they work one or two events or just for a few hours, or they work all day depending on what their schedule allows, and we so appreciate all of them. And it's just wonderful to be able to live in this community, which is relatively small, but when you fan out miles-wise, we bring in people from all over the region, and it's just great to be part of.
Yeah, you can see the
something like
little
this.
traffic jam move from location to location to location as the day moves on.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a testament to volunteers that put in all this work. You know,
It's really great, and it's wonderful to be able to do this at no cost, mostly to the citizens, unless they want to donate something, which is great, or buy a hot dog, or
Yeah.
bag of popcorn, or whatever it is we have.
and it brings people, just like you said, not only brings the Wolfeboro people in, but it brings people to the town that then spend money because they maybe they stay later and they have dinner after it, or they're waiting for the fireworks and they
Yeah.
have dinner in between. So it brings people into the community, which is great for the business community,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why the business community supports you.
And that's why we
continue
do
to
it.
do that. Yeah.
The scavenger hunt. We can't forget that. That's what we brought. We brought that back. We haven't had that since 2021.
Okay.
So this year, Kate Turner has orchestrated the scavenger hunt. She's putting the final touches on it. It will go live with a QR code on our Facebook page, and we'll have little flyers around at many of the businesses, and you just take a snap of that QR code and you'll find the sheet with the questions, and you'll be going around to businesses and sites to spot some things and write down some answers. Actually, it's a drop down multiple choice.
Yep.
So, and you don't even have to get them all right to win a prize. We have several major prizes from some great providers for those prizes, and you answer the questions, and then you turn in your results. Everything will be electronic, so you'll need that QR code.
Great
to
family
be able to-
activity.
Oh, it's great. So you can be 6 years old. You can
Yep.
be 66 years old. It's not. It's not. Just for kids or just for adults. It's great. And that will run from December 26th, when it goes live, until noon-ish on December 31st. And then we'll tally up all of the results, and then the prizes will be awarded around January 3rd, in that range. So Kate can take a breath.
Yep.
And then grade all the sheets, and then the prize winners will be notified.
That's
So,
excellent.
Yeah, so we're glad to have that scavenger hunt back, because that really gets a lot of the businesses, and it's not just downtown.
Yep.
It's out to some of the other locations that Kate has scouted out.
That's
for-
great, yeah, because it brings people out of the downtown too.
Yeah, exactly.
So the
And there's
businesses,
about
people-
there's about 30 questions.
Excellent.
30 questions. You can answer 10. You can answer all 30. Doesn't matter.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Anything else you could that we?
What do I have on my little notes? Well, why don't I just run through?
Okay.
From 10 to 12:30, it's games and crafts
Yep.
at Town Hall. 1:30 is our juggler, Jason Tardy. 3:30 at Town Hall is Wildlife Encounters, sponsored
Okay.
by the Children's Center. So mark your calendar for that. And people come early because it gets very crowded, and we do have to restrict the number of people in the room, and there's usually in the 200 range plus. 11 to 4, down at the train station, the railroad station, is the escape room, run by the Resistance from Kingswood Regional High School's robotics team, and sign up for that is on a sheet. They don't want to do an electronic
Okay.
version. Sign up's mandatory at the train station at 32
Okay.
Central Avenue. Just Bob and Marla, we mentioned the Puppet Friends is 12:30 at the library. The bingo sessions with Wolfeboro Lions is 1 o'clock and 2:15.
Okay,
So there's two
two
sessions.
sessions.
Peter Heimlich and the Unusual Suspects at 1 p.m. at the Congregational Church. Free ice skating at 2:30 to 3:30 at Pop Whalen. 4 o'clock, the Carolyn Ramsey Band. 4 to 6 p.m. is the Congregational Church supper for
Yep,
family and
been
friends.
there, that's
and
been-
that is $30 a family, $10 per person, and under 5 is free. And they have a little homemade menu starting with mac and cheese and ends with desserts. So that's wonderful. And then, of course, again, 5 to 6 is the Sweetwater Kitchen Treats, and then the 6 p.m. fireworks. And we thank our sponsors. And all programming and updates will be on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Last night, Wolfeboro, go to that for some any changes, and we don't hope for that cancellation.
Correct.
But if we have to do anything like that, we'll do that. We do thank all of our sponsors, the Scavenger Hunt Prize supporters as well. And you for having
And we
us
can
here.
put that on. Tim can get that up on the website, so they can get a schedule up on there on maybe on this show, so you'll be able to see a schedule.
We
and it'd be great.
supplied Tim with all sorts of
so
slides.
we'll get
and
all that
whatnot.
up there for you, and it's really a fantastic night. It's a fantastic opportunity for the community. It's a great wrap up of the holidays. We just had Thanksgiving, and now we'll move into the rest of the holiday season. It's just a fantastic way to end the year, and it really is a testament to a small community. That's why Wolfeboro is just a fun place, and we do fun things, and we got great volunteers. So it's always, but they're dedicated volunteers, and they do a lot of work. And there's always room for more volunteers at Wolfeboro.
Oh, we will take your help anytime you can offer it. We appreciate it, because now we're at the point where we have very frequent meetings and very frequent updates, and then we'll be at Town Hall early on December 31st, getting everything rolling for you, and we invite all of you to participate in whatever you can decide to come to. A lot of people come to one thing, they come to 6 things, or they just watch the fireworks.
Sure.
Whatever fits with your schedule, and we're happy to have everyone who wants to be part of the special day. Last night, Wolfeboro.
Brenda, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure, and thank you.
Thank you for the viewers, and we'll see you again next time on the Wolfeboro Exchange. Till then, be good to each other.